Hey guys, it's Brandon again with Craft Quad Cities. We're continuing our Women in Brewing series here in the Quad Cities area. I've been going around to a lot of the local breweries and talking with all the awesome women that are a part of their business. So I'm here today in Geneseo, Illinois at Great Revivalist Brewing. And I'm joined by Rachel. How you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for being a part of this.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
So, Great Revivalist. It's been around for almost a year now, March.
Yep, March
right?
11th will be
But you've been around a lot longer.
Yes,
That's what we're going to focus on. So,
yep.
Great Revivalist is great. Watch their Brewery of the Month episode a couple months ago. You can see about them. It's about Rachel today. So, Rachel, what is your position here at Great Revivalist?
I am the general manager.
General manager?
Yep, I oversee day-to-day operations and kind of handle a little bit of everything as far as that goes, from paperwork to helping out in the kitchen, helping out back here, going and buying propane tanks to keep the greenhouses warm for everybody. You know, whatever it takes. You know, I'm here to do it. Whether I might be behind the bar some nights too. So you just never know where I'm going to be at.
I mean, that sounds like the typical general manager job description.
Jack of all trades.
It's like, I'm in back, I'm in front, I'm outside, I'm inside,
Yep.
I'm in the kitchen.
I might plunge a toilet. I don't know. It's whatever's needed at the time. You tell me, I'll do it.
That's awesome. So, kind of going back, how long have you been in the brewing industry then? Because I know you were at the brewery before here.
Yep. So I was here with Limestone. I started in June of 2016.
In 2016.
Yep. And I've been here the entire time. So.
Awesome.
Yep.
So
the beginning I was just part-time. I was working at Black Hawk Bank also. So this was just a part-time gig for me.
okay.
And then when Great Revivalist bought us, I had the opportunity to come on as a general manager full-time. So I chose to come here and join this ride of life, you know, and hang out with these guys and try and build a brand for us.
Yeah, for sure. So the rebranding took place, last March. It was in the works earlier, but kind of rebranding opened in March.
Yep.
Let's touch base a little bit on 2020 and kind of your role within a pandemic, right? So you guys literally just opened a new brewery, or a brewery under a new name, right?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, Illinois is like, hey, you can't serve. Well, I guess not immediately, but
5 days later. Well, it was a Wednesday when the deal closed for us, and then I think that was the following Monday when we got shut down indoors. So literally, we only had 5 days or so of being open under our new name, so to speak, and then COVID happened. So
yeah. So obviously, I'm sure you were involved with ownership and everything like that. How were the conversations like during that time span? Like you being a general manager, like, hey, new job, new gig, and then all of a sudden it's like, damn, one of the biggest things you'll probably ever have to go through, hopefully.
We every day we were just, me, Scott, and Richard, every day we're just trying to figure out what can we do to make this work, So we pivoted, we started making soda. So then, our soda company evolved, so now we have soda, and so we're in all the high B's and fairways. So that was one of the things that we did, COVID, is turn to that as an avenue for us. Then we realized, we have this beautiful deck outside, and we kind of saw some places in Chicago, and we saw the igloos idea. So then that's when we, started talking about the idea of doing the greenhouses on the deck. So it's just like, I feel like every week we were just evolving with whatever problem the governor or the state or the county or whoever was handing us, we dealt with whatever we could in whatever manner we could to stay open, because we didn't want to close down at all. We wanted to be here for the community and for the staff, and we love what we do, so we wanted to do everything we could to accommodate the people in COVID life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're glad you're still here, because that's risky. You hear a lot of the breweries having to lay off people.
Lay off.
People completely going. For you, you left the secure job to come over to here, and then all of a sudden it's like, is this secure? I don't know. I'm not sure.
It was crazy, but it's been a wild ride, and all we've done is move forward through this whole thing, and we're just looking forward to finally having an entire year maybe of normalcy-ish life. I mean, last summer was great for us, and then fall came back around, and you get slapped again with the shutting down indoors. So so we're just ready to kind of get things back to normal, and whatever normal that will be.
Yeah. No, for sure. Great. So you've kind of already run through all your things you do, which is pretty much everything. So
I don't make the beer.
Yeah. So that's the one thing, right?
I watch.
Did you have a hand in the collaboration brew?
I did not. No.
Was that a month or so ago?
Nope, I did not.
Okay.
Nope. I was pretty much stuck here. staying busy.
Hey, someone's got to make sure the place runs.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. Yeah.
Awesome. So then, what is, out of all the things you do, which is a million things we know, what's your favorite part about working here?
I mean, now my favorite part is just the fact that I'm on the ground floor of a new company and that we're just trying to get our name and our brand out there and you know, just spread the word of good beer and we want to provide great food and great service and just have a great environment that people want to come in and see, and we have that opportunity now, and I just love that every day that we're just like, okay, what can we do next? You know, it's like it's never a dull moment. There's never, you know, stale times. We're always like, what can we do next to make our beer better, our soda better, food better, service better? You know, like what can we do? So it's like every day we're always talking and collaborating on what we think we can do better all the time. You know, because we want to be the best at what we do.
Sure. Well, absolutely. So are you the voice behind the social media pages then too?
Most of the time, yes.
Okay.
Richard does put his 2 cents in occasionally.
Okay.
And then the 2 salespeople now, they are going to try and kind of start posting stuff when they're out on their like sales journey, selling the soda. And we're going to hopefully be, you know, out there with their beer sometime soon as well. So
I feel like one of the things I've noticed, obviously social media has gotten huge now, and it's only getting bigger as far as the impact it can have, especially for small business. But I think during this pandemic, people really had to kind of get creative with their marketing as far as internet marketing goes, social media. So constantly making sure people knew what their hours were if they were open for curbside. I know you guys did curbside for a while.
we did for a very long time. Yeah.
And it's just like you gotta constantly post.
You got to remind them.
I do see a lot of posts from you guys come through. You know, I follow all the breweries up here, but you guys are usually posting every day with a food special, a new beer coming out. Come sit on the patio, come sit on the back deck. And we have our greenhouses out back. They're warm and you know.
We got all kinds of stuff for people, especially once it gets warmer. I mean, we have the patio to the south here, where the dogs can be out there with you, and then we have the beautiful view of the park, and we just have so many nice amenities around us here that people can utilize. And just the city of Geneseo is beautiful in itself, and there's other places. You know, we love our neighbors and our fellow business people, and we want everybody to feel the love. You know, so the more people we can help draw to town, the better everyone will be. So
awesome, great. So we're sitting here drinking a couple of beers right now.
yes.
What do you have?
I have our new Project Lager, which is American style.
American style lager, and I'm drinking a Kolsch style.
Yep.
So I've had this a few times here. It's super drinkable. It's tasty. I tried some of the new stuff a few days ago when I was in. Also tasty, good. So out of all the beers the team has done here in the last 11, 12 months, what do you have a favorite?
My favorite, I would say, in the last year, so since we've been great revivalists, my favorite would probably be the Blue Corn Mexican Lager that we had.
That was really good.
It was delicious. It was probably one of my favorite beers that we ever had.
Awesome.
And prior to that, we had a Belgian Wit. That was my very favorite, and then a Strawberry Blonde, of course, which I'm begging Scott all the time, every day for it, and he promises me that he'll make it soon. But yeah, so those are my all-time favorites. But I would say in the last year, the Blue Corn Mexican Lager was probably one of my all-time favorites that we've ever actually had here since I've been working here. And I came in very shortly after they opened. They opened in September of 2015, and I came in June 2016.
Great.
So I was here, been through the several brewers, several different styles of beers, and by far I do definitely enjoy Scott's brewing very much. So he's just creative, and he's always willing to. We throw ideas at him all the time. He's like, "Sure, let's do it, no problem. Try it, we'll make it happen." So that's what we want to do. That's why we're the lab here. We have all these beautiful fermenters here that we can just pump out all kinds of different beer all the time. So we're always going to be pumping it out and seeing what's the best, and then hopefully through all that we'll search, maybe find kind of some flagships that we want to keep around for a while and
throw some newbies here every now and then.
Oh yeah, the newbies will be coming at you all the time for sure.
Awesome. So outside of Great Revivalist, then, is there other breweries you really enjoy going to? It could be in the Quad Cities. It could be anywhere. Is there a certain style of beer that you love? What's in your house fridge right now?
Well, funny story about that. So in my fridge at home right now, it's actually several different types of seltzer because we are working on a seltzer line in here. So we've been doing a lot of research, if you will.
You have the
So I have
research at home.
I'm researching at home, yep, with the seltzers, and I do have some wine in my fridge right now. But yeah, I had drank all the beer that I had in there. But normally I really enjoy Cherry Bomb One from Front Street, and I like a lot of stuff from Potosi. I do enjoy
Sure.
Potosi beer, and I'm a cider girl very much so. So there's a cidery, it's a Fishback in Stevenson, I believe. They had a watermelon cider last summer, and it was just to die for. So I'm a cider light beer drinker. Fruity beer, notice I want strawberry blonde and a wick.
Oh, for sure.
I want that sweet, light, refreshing taste all the time. But I do love like lagers, so like if I was somewhere and I couldn't drink something, I'll drink Bud Light or whatever, something like that. But like I much prefer to drink, something like this now. And I've been working here. Prior to working in the brewery, I would have never drank craft beer ever. I was one of those people. I was like, I love craft beer. But then I started working here. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Well, that'll lead up to one of our questions coming up.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I'm like, oh my goodness. I
Same
actually,
way.
I enjoy it a lot. I mean, there's some that I don't like. I'm not an IPA fan, and I know that's people hate me for because people love their IPAs, and that's totally cool with me. My brewers love IPAs. I know we'll have IPAs all the time, but they're just not my favorite. I prefer like the light, easy drinking wheat beers. I do with sour if it's a really good sour, So I like a lot of different stuff, but I'm still kind of particular with it because I'm not, too adventurous.
No, and that's great. So you already kind of mentioned it, but one of my questions I've been kind of asking everybody is how would you describe craft beer to someone that's never tried it before? So go back to your days when you did not drink craft beer and you would walk into a place. What would you expect the kind of information to get from the bartenders and the brewers that were in?
It varied really across the board of what kind of information you would get depending on where you went, how educated the people are that are working there. Now, like when people, they say, oh, we want a domestic beer, and I'm like, well, how much more domestic do you get than we're making it right here in Geneseo, Illinois? I think they think that craft beer is like,
It's all imported?
Yeah. I think that's what
Yeah, it doesn't get much more domestic.
No,
than
that's
it's
why I'm
made in
like,
the
yeah,
town.
and I'm like, my beer, stuff you're drinking's right here, I promise, it's right
That is
here.
the definition of domestic.
Yes, yeah, so it's right here. So, I would say it's, them taking the time and effort to pick out the grain and the hops and put their individual spin and creativity on it and make the beer unique. And it's, producing such a smaller batch, that they can perfect it every single time instead of, like these big companies that are doing these mass production batches of it.
Did you like, so we are at a working brewery right now.
Yeah, sorry guys.
They are open for business as we are back here chatting.
Yeah, we're in the way of the cooler in the dry goods store, so everybody keeps trying to come
No
through
worries.
here.
We're almost done, so they can get back to their normal routine.
But yeah, I just say, it's just, for me, it's them putting all the love and time and effort into it, and it's two hands doing it versus a big production machine. I'm here watching them every day, putting their time, their heart, and their soul into this beer and wanting to make it perfect every day. So I feel like it's just bringing it back home, and there's hands on it, and like there's true love in going into making it. And we want to have the best product out there. So we're gonna strive every day to keep doing that to make our craft beer the best craft beer that we can.
Yeah. And one thing I've noticed too is that we can do, you can go into the breweries and you can get something lighter, like what I'm drinking, or even a wheat beer, kind of typically a little lighter, or you can go for those little more powerful IPAs and get a bunch, or you can go for the stouts if you're more of that coffee drinker. That's what I love. It's like, so people are like, oh, I don't like craft beer. It's like, you probably just haven't had one you'd like them.
Yeah.
There's probably is craft beer you'd like and enjoy.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's just you haven't tasted that one.
Nope,
So
and that's
it's
what
a
you gotta
wide
do.
spectrum.
That's what you got to do, and that's what the beauty of all these different breweries are, that everybody puts their different spin on everything. So you might like my lager, but you might go next door and not like their lager. It just depends on what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, so leading up, so we've kind of chatted about you now. Like, you've been in the industry for a while. You worked here and at the brewery before.
Yep.
We've gotten to know what kind of styles of beer you enjoy when you have a home, seltzers and
Yes, a little bit of
ciders.
everything right now.
So obviously, there's women here locally in the Quad City area and towns around it like Geneseo, Galesburg, and Muscatine and stuff like that are doing really good things for craft beer. What kind of impact do you think women will have, not just locally, but just on the craft beer scene? Like, you're a part of that now. You've probably seen some women come through, this business as well as others. What kind of impact is women having?
I think it's just, reminding people that everybody can do everything, and this is, typically a male-dominated field. When you think of brewers, there's not a lot of female brewers you know, until now, I feel like you see them all the time. So it's reminding people that women can do the same things men can do. In my opinion, it's all about girl power. It's all about, you know, all the girls here are interested in brewing beer. They want to help do it. You know, like we're all interested in that life, and I think it just brings a different spin, different mindset of things. You know, that we can bring into the game too. You know, that typically people like, but they, you know, it's just the guys back there brewing. You know, but you know the girls think to come back here, and that I've had some wonderful beers by female brewers. I mean, down GBC, their brewers are female, you know, and she puts out great stuff, you know. So I think people just have to realize it's something for everybody, you know, not just the guys. You know, the girls can come in here and do just as good of a job as the guys can, and I think that's just coming out more and more. You see more female-owned businesses, breweries, bars, restaurants, etc. You know, it's all about empowering everybody, not just women, because you know, guys and girls. You have a female and male brewer do awesome things probably, you know, because she probably has a sweet side, he has a sour side, you know, like I can imagine the kind of collaborations they would have. And so I think it's just about, you know, bringing girl power back and making sure that, you know, the girls know that they can come in and do the same things too back here, just in the same scale the guys can, you know, and I think,
Absolutely.
you know, so.
Yeah. And I think that's where there's kind of been, you know, obviously it's women are still a minority in this industry, but you're seeing more of them.
Exactly.
You're seeing more women work in the brewing industry, and you're also seeing more women drink craft beer than
Absolutely, no, I've
and I
noticed
think
that.
that's bringing a lot more exposure than what we've ever seen before.
And I think that helps is seeing women in the breweries, not just, you know, say working in the bar, you know, like they see us back here, you know, they see everybody being part of everything and working for the brand to go forward. And so I think that just, you know, makes it people more aware that, you know, we are here, you know, sometimes we just be in the background and, you know, you just don't realize it, so.
Sure. So, well, we appreciate you being part of the
Absolutely,
industry.
I love being a part of it. You know, one of these days I'm going to be back here brewing with Scott when I got time.
I know. Yeah, talk to him. Get him you know, brew something you want to drink.
Oh yeah, oh no.
Maybe that strawberry or
It's a daily thing with me.
a new
and him.
seltzer or something.
Yeah, it's a daily thing. I always remind him that I want that strawberry blonde. I said I know I want it. And I was like, it'll sell like hotcakes. I promise you. So.
Awesome. Well, Rachel, thanks for chatting with me.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you coming out.
Guys, tune in to my complete Women in Brewing series. It'll be on craftqc.com. You can see all the other interviews I've done as well, outside of Rachel's here. So thanks for tuning in.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.